When I turned 72, I invited my entire family over for a simple Sunday dinner, nothing fancy. Just a warm meal and a hope that we could sit together again. No one showed up. And while I sat there waiting, I saw photos online of them laughing at a restaurant across town. I didn't call. I didn't text. I simply folded the napkins I had laid out, one by one, and turned off the oven. When they finally came home later that night, smelling of takeout and carelessness, I just smiled and handed my daughter-in-law a receipt she wasn't expecting. "I'm glad to have you here." Follow my story until the end and comment the city you're rewatching from so I can see how far it travels. That evening, after clearing the untouched plates, I sat at my small kitchen table and let the house settle into its usual quiet. It wasn't to the kind of quiet that brings peace, more like the kind that presses against your ribs, reminding you you're alone in a space built for many. The roast I prepared rested untouched in the fridge, and the candles I lit earlier had melted into uneven pools of wax. I'd been faking being broke for weeks at that point, an experiment really. I wore my old sweaters, the ones with thinning elbows. I mentioned rising utility bills. I let them see a stack of coupons on my counter. And each time, my children nodded politely, shifting their eyes, acting as though my words were a breeze passing through. But my grandson, my sweet boy, was different. He stopped by with groceries. He fixed the loose railing on my porch. He asked if I needed help with anything, even when I insisted I was fine. He didn't know I had won $350 million. He didn't know I was testing the people who claimed to love me. As I sat there that night, listening to the refrigerator hum, I thought about the years of birthday cards I'd written, the holidays I had cooked for, the times I had slipped cash into their hands even when they avoided my calls. And now, when I pretended to have nothing, I finally saw the truth in the way they looked at me, thin patience, forced smiles, a quickness to leave the room. Only one pair of eyes still held real warmth. The hurt wasn't sharp, it was slow, settling like dust in the corners of a house no one bothers to clean properly. I didn't cry. At my age, you run out of tears long before you run out of disappointments. I washed the dishes from the dinner no one attended, dried my hands on a towel worn soft from years of use, and glanced at the lottery ticket tucked inside my recipe book. $350 million.